It's that time of the year where I gather up all the art I've created, compile it into a list, and present it to you as the artwork of Tami Walker, Boxy Queens of 2024. But first, I really wanted to show you my tiny pencil. I used it all the way to this point. I can't use it in my electric pencil sharpener anymore, so I've stopped to this point. I'm really proud of this. The eraser still even has the tiniest amount left. I haven't had to bite it and use the eraser yet, but I feel pretty proud of that. I feel like this is something that you should definitely frame and put on your wall. All right, let's get started on all the things I created. Boom, chicka baka baka boom, chicka choo. Boom, chicka 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 bow, 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 chicka choo, bow. Let's begin our journey with my volunteer work at the Central Washington Agricultural Museum. I'm starting here because my goal for 2024 was to create a mural, and I was offered the opportunity to do that at the museum. So one of the things was this mural had been painted in 1997, and they asked me to restore the painting. So I went ahead and did that. It was so much fun to do. And I really appreciated that because I was able to accomplish a goal. And also, I was also able to make a mini mural. So we'll take a look at those videos real quick and see the things I created there. This is the before of the mural. It was painted in 1997. And over the years, it's held up really well, I think. And they asked me to come through and restore this. So I went through. It took about 50 hours to recreate the mural. And I feel like I represented exactly what the original artist intended. She actually had a smaller painting that I could cross-reference. And here is the finished project. And you can see this at the Central Washington Agricultural Museum. Then I had the opportunity to paint a mini mural here, and this one took about 3 hours to do. I kept with the same theme. There was actually a oxen crew pulling a wagon, originally just kind of painted up there. You could barely see it, so I took that original design and I painted that into this scene here. So that wagon and those oxen were already there. They were just a white outline, and I painted the design around it. I used my leftover oil paints from the first mural. And beside the murals, I did several other things, so we'll take a look at those too. I made some hills for our Boxcar Museum miniature railroad. I painted this tank for one of the club members. And I completed the restoration by painting the Ford signs for one of our members. I made this sign for the schoolhouse, and I made this sign for outside the museum. And I designed and created these flags for the sign on the hill at the museum. Now, I am a painter, but I do seem to spend more of my time doing other things than painting. And I told myself I was going to paint more this year, but I didn't. And I'm kind of disappointed in myself. So this year, I have to make it up with some more paintings. And let's take a look at some of my paintings I created this year. The grizzly bear in hearts is part of my Hidden Rage series. I'm going to do another one of these, but it's giant canvas. I really love my musk ox. This is one of my favorite ones I did. And this next one is called Farrah Fawcett. And next, a self-portrait of me. There's some glitter up there, and that's a watercolor. Then on vacation, I painted all these seashells, and I left one of them for the camp attendant. And then I also painted the grain on one of these slices of wood that I brought from home, so I had something to do on vacation. I'd love to do more of those. And then I have the four ladies watercolor on Yupo paper. Super fun to do. Then I made my Spencer poster painting. I'm still working on that. And then I made the trailer in the ocean, and I did 2 of these, and I'll probably revisit this one and still work on the sky a little bit and come back to this later. And we've moved over to this side of the table to talk about the drawings I did this year. And I'm wearing one of my shirts with one of my drawings. This is called the Gnome Mushroom. And if you go to my website, boxyqueens.com, there is a link to my Spreadshirt site, and you can see some of my artwork. Support your artist, buy some stuff off of there. And, cool, man. So let's take a look at all the drawings I did this year. My favorite one is definitely this wolf, but I can change my mind at any time. I was drawing some signs for our cars. I made a mistake, and I made that into some sci-fi art. I like to do little doodles of landscapes. Here's one. Here's another. I love the little elephant. Look deep into that tree. And then just another little doodle landscape. I found that from a movie and copied it. If you know who Kai is, give me an extra like. And another hidden rage with hearts on this wolf. That's the same wolf stencil as the other one. And then when in doubt, gas it out. I thought about making these shirts for our motorcycles. Then I did another hidden rage design with the alligator, but I messed up on it. I thought it was waterproof and it smeared all over. Then I did this crowd of people. They were a lot of fun. I even wrote a poem for them. They're somewhere in my shorts. And then another little design of the musk ox and back to what is supposed to be a cougar. Now, it would be unfair of me to say that the Sibley Breaker is my favorite piece of work, considering there are so many. But let's take a look at some other dioramas I created this year. Well, let's just go over the Sibley Breaker one more time. Did you know this is the second one I built? When I first started making it, the first one, I had like an artist temper tantrum and I destroyed it. So here's the second one. And the Technicolor Tutor. I actually started this in 2023, finished it in 2024. There are so many things I made for this. You would just have to go back and look at all my shorts and see what I did. And then on to the little Tooth by the Sea. And then another little one. I think this one is called Pipes. And that little window is actually, you can look inside of it. I built it so it looked odd. And they used the window from the first broken Sibley Breaker. A rainbow landscape diorama. And then on to the TV static house or the bachelor house. I designed this probably a decade and a half ago, but technology wasn't available with these tiny televisions that I have, you just seen there, to make this project work. So the concept was nostalgia. When the televisions went off at 2 a.m. in the 80s, you'd wake up to the static light echoing off the walls. And I really wanted to recreate that with this design. And I feel like I did. I just haven't filmed it yet and to show everybody else what it feels like. So that's another big design I created this year. What are some other things that I created this year besides doodling my white pants? I created a movie called Flatland. I animated it, wrote the stories out, everything, so you can check that out on my YouTube channel. I also made a Christmas song. I resurfaced my whole driveway. I didn't even film that. That was a lot of work. I'm also the sawyer at the museum, and that means I'm gonna operate the sawmill. I made over 200 informative videos for my new channel, All Vehicles Great and Small. So those are some of the things that I put on my other art list. Let's take a look at a few more things. I finally got a drawing tablet, so this year I went through and I'm fixing up a lot of my art pieces and getting them ready for other types of sales or coloring books. And I just hate to throw stuff away, so I used all the scrap balsa pieces from my diorama projects to make these little sculptures. And these sculptures excite me so much. I love them. I think they're just so great. I can't wait to make some more scrap wood so I can make some more of these little wood sculptures. Wow, all the stuff I created is amazing, unbelievable. I do have some tiny goals on the top up here of some projects I want to make. Besides having this stuff on my list I need to do, my goals for 2025 is to become a better sign maker. That's all. And maybe a better public speaker. But I think that's a forever goal. That's like something you can always work on continuously. So please remember to make some great goals for yourself. Accomplish those goals, make small steps, accomplish small goals, and then pretty soon you will have completed a large goal and you win. Yay! Hey, thank you for watching my 2024 recap on everything. And, well, so that's the end.